So along with the classic Chaos Lord versus Force Commander matchup, I feel like Chaos Lord versus War Boss is one of the classic Chaos matchups. And maybe that's not for you guys, but certainly for me, as a competitive tournament player, this matchup appeared so often. Because Chaos is meant to be the counter to Orcs. Orcs have always been one tough set of bastards to beat in tournaments. Historically, before all the multitudes of buffs that Elite Mod gave to Space Marines, Orcs just shit on Space Marines. They're just good against everything. They got crazy range damage to deal with Eldar and to deal with IG. They can beat the Nids in melee. So yeah, you go Chaos in order to beat the squishy Orcs, because the Heretics are pretty damn cost effective against the boys. You bully them in tier 2 with your Plague Marines and stuff, but the War Boss tends to be one of the best options for the Orcs in order to deal with the Chaos. Because the War Boss, as you can see, well, he's a bit of a nuisance, to put it mildly, in the early game. Because the Heretics can't do anything to him. The Stomp will do like 60% of their HP instantly. You generally only have one ranged unit, unless you're the Plague Champion, who is actually the best option against Chaos. So the CSM just take forever to shoot the War Boss down. The War Boss can just tie them up in melee, which honestly, right now, well, not right now, now he needs to get out, but he should have been tying up the CSM a long time ago. So yeah, we got Cry playing as the Chaos Lord in this instance, and we've got Tex rocking the War Boss, and Tex is actually going to be rocking Triple Slugger Boys. Love this build. It's viable against literally everyone. It does take a little bit more finesse, and certainly very good macro in order to utilize effectively. And honestly, this is kind of a bad map for the Triple Sluggers because there's garrisons everywhere and the map itself is kind of split into 3 lanes, which makes it easy to shut down the Sluggers with Havocs. But nonetheless, Triple Sluggers very strong. Obviously has good synergy with the War Boss because he can buff the Sluggers using his globals, add boys and use your choppers. Looks like the Sluggers here have got a great engagement. Yeah, they would be able to deal with the CSM easily were it not for these Havocs. And I think that's why Cry kept the CSM in here. Yep, now he soft retreats back. The Havocs can refocus on these Sluggers along with the CSM, and they're dead. Those boys need to get out of there, yeah. Leg it, lads. Looters are the choice for Tex. I wonder if he's going to get the custom shooter. You see right now how the Chaos Lord just charges the looter like that? Well, he lost half his HP doing it. But imagine you had the custom shooter for the War Boss. You wait for him to get super close, and then you stun him with the ability from the War Boss, and then the looters just killed the Chaos Lord. So it'd make him think twice about countering the looters with the Chaos Lord. That said, Cry could easily get some grenade launcher heretics, and I think he should probably get one in order to counter the looters. The only difficulty there is he'll be really tempted to get the double Aspiring Champions, because obviously Aspiring Champion Heretics 1v1 Sluggers. But it's kind of good. You kind of want your opponent to be getting Aspiring Champion Heretics as the Orc player, because Aspiring Champion Heretics don't scale. Ooh, very sneaky plays from the Chaos Lord. That was so risky. But Cry obviously confident in his situation there. He knew he'd get in. That was a bit of a weird kill of the week. And now he's sort of running around the... Oh, fucking hell, I just realised how much damage the looters did to that Chaos Lord. Point blank. He thought he was smart running around the side of the building where they couldn't shoot him, but nah, they could shoot him. That is a dead Chaos Lord. Both of these boys fighting over who killed him. No, it was me! It was me, you git! Get off my kill! Slugger Boys over here, not doing so good because they don't have their burner upgrade, but actually they do beat the Aspiring Champion Heretics. I mean, they should, to default boys. They just don't do it very convincingly. If they had the burners, they'd do better. Not that the power melee really helps, just the extra HP you get when you have that upgrade. So, you know, it was a pretty decent start for Cry, but things are getting pretty dodgy pretty quickly. Okay, yeah, those boys need to get out of there. It's going to be so tempting to try and finish off this gen, but I don't think Tex should. I don't think he should. Oh, he's got the looter. Yeah, finish it off with the looter, and then get out of there. Now, the looter just needs to finish off the gens. Probably get 2 of the gens if he hurries up. Yeah, there you go. Suppression teams do such good damage at close range to gens. Come on, finish it off. Go, 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 Tex, go! So Tex needs to be getting his power down here. He's losing out on map control, but I think he has been winning in terms of bleed and the like. Yeah, definitely has. I mean, look at how much rec he has compared to Cry. Now, obviously, Cry has had to spend 250 rec not reinforcing, but repurchasing his Chaos Lord, which is quite unfortunate for him. Probably wants to get the Combi Bolter. I mean, yeah, that would be a fantastic upgrade right now. Now, Sluggers don't really want to 1v1 a Chaos Lord because of the Kill the Weak, which will just heal him up. I mean, you just weaken your Sluggers and you don't really get anything from it. So for that reason, they want to run away, and then if you get the Combi Bolter, you punish them when they run away, because, yeah, shoot them to death. Then you can also use the Chaos Lord in range stance with the CSM to control the War Boss. Well, control him. By that I mean kill him. I guess one of the reasons why you might not want the Combi Bolter here is because in Tier 2 you're going to swap it out anyway, because you really want the Demon Maul. Or the Blood Maul, whatever it's called. The Big Hammer. Which you definitely do want. You don't need the power melee from the Claws, because everything's light infantry anyway. And the big AoE stun and knockback will be super useful against all this melee. Looters here blocked by the wall, which is really sad because they would have put in huge work against the Chaos Lord, who is now just going to tie them up. Probably bleed another model before getting out of there. War Boss being annoying on the other side. I mean, the tanky melee heroes just putting in huge work. Slugger's in a good position here. Can they get the wipe? No, not quite. But Cry is struggling with maintaining map control. It seems that he's been using his Havocs on their own for a lot of this game, which, I mean, it's tricky because he's certainly having success locking down the VPs, and he's acquired a very, very strong VP lead, but it has meant that he's not really been able to protect his gen farm. So he's going to lose literally all of the gens here. Tex needs to retreat these Sluggers quick. What's he doing? He's mismicroing. Oh, he needs to retreat. Worship and the Aspiring Champion Heretics coming in. Oh, this is dead. They're dead. They're dead. Ah, Tex. Sloppy, man. Slow reaction there. Havocs were going for their own little gem bash on this side of the map, but Looters set up and are going to suppress them. Should be a pretty good situation for the Looters now. Yeah, they finish off the gen and then they're going to get out of there. Both players teching to Tier 2. Cry's just about to get into Tier 2. Tex is going to be a little bit longer. So what we're going to get in Tier 2 now, typical meta. Death Dread's pretty damn good against Chaos. They lack range DPS. You can kind of overwhelm their few range units that they have. Get your Storm Boys on any sort of Las Havoc, Slugger Boys on any Plague Marines, and the Death Dread can go crazy. But the Death Dread's better when you have power to bash with it. That's a big part of its value proposition. The fact it can get burners and kill things, kill the generators very quickly. So we might not see that. War Truck is kind of an obvious choice when you have a lot of melee. Because, you know, the Slugger Boys in retreat path, very deadly. The War Truck can help them get into retreat path. And obviously reinforcing your Slugger Boys constantly in big fights is very strong as well. Note, we do see the Blood Maul. It's not the Demon Maul, it's a Blood Maul. See that already. Uji Choppers coming down on some Sluggers. Ugh, very weird looking Bloodletters. I don't like seeing these green Bloodletters. They look like they should be fucking Plague Bearers like that, not Bloodletters. This is... I was going to say this is heresy, but that doesn't make sense. I'm talking about demons, that's already very heretical. This is... heresy of heresy. I don't know, it's weird. Fucking hell, Cry, can you not just make your Bloodletters red? Anyway, what just happened? Something got wiped. What got wiped? GLTix. GLTix got wiped somewhere. I don't know where. Okay. CSM down to one model. Finally, Tex has capped the left-hand side of the map. Cry has dropped down a generator here. Cry actually technically is on 4 gens right now, which is kind of mental. Why does he want all this power? It's probably saving up for a Chaos Dreadnought. But I don't know how I feel about a Chaos Dreadnought against a War Boss. If you go for the autocannon version, which is probably the best one against Orcs, the War Boss can go for his Power Claw and actually go pretty pretty well against it, 1v1. If you go for a Khorne Dreadnought, okay, the Warboss can't beat a Khorne Dreadnought, but Tank Busters have above average range, and they do good burst damage, and they don't have setup times, so they can run away, shoot. It's very good against Khorne Dreadnoughts. But I don't know, I mean, if you macro it properly, use Worship, use Malignant Blindness and all that shit, Dreadnought can be very strong, and that is indeed what Cry is going for. I correctly predicted that. Running around with one model on his CSM because he's so low in requisition. He's got a bit more requisition now, probably is time to reinforce those bad boys. He's going to be losing quite a lot of his gens. Death Dread right now focusing on trying to get rid of the Chaos Lord. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it should just ignore him and just go for the gens. Ooh, Cyborg Implants. So a big stomp on the Warboss now, so that can stun. I don't really feel like that's super necessary right now. Generally you get that against like Chosen Plague Marines or Bloodletters. Basically it's a melee superiority tool, the ability to stun enemy melee units. Very nice, but I mean there's no melee units to stun. What are you stunning? Chaos Lord? Really? Like, I don't know. I mean you can stun the Chaos Lord to stop him using his ability from the Blood Maul and then rip him to pieces with sluggers, but I don't think that's a priority upgrade right now. Anyway, the more important fight right now is going to be between this Death Dread and the Chaos Dreadnought, and now that the Chaos Dreadnought got the fairly recent buff of 20% melee resist with its autocannon, I think the Death Dread just wins if it has full HP against this Dreadnought. But the Dreadnought is tickling away at the HP of the Death Dread via its autocannon. We actually see Grots here with shooters chilling in the mid alongside the Death Gun looters. That's interesting. Wonder what the logic is behind that one. Chaos Lord there, not having any of it. He really wants to decap this requisition. Yeets the Warboss away. Bang Bang Hammer in tier 2. Another yeet from the Chaos Lord. Not quite impressive that time. I love this. I mean, honestly, when you go for triple sluggers, it's kind of crazy not to get the Bang Bang Hammer in tier 1. You know, you're giving AoE speed and damage buffs to all of your nearby boys. With sluggers, that can get kind of crazy, given that War stacks and gives damage and speed as well. But, hey, we're going to see it in tier 2. Let's see what this can do. I find it... Look, it's a great upgrade with all the melee that Tex has, but it seems odd given that the primary threat that Cry has right now is the Dreadnought. Why would you not go for a Power Claw to try and kill that Dreadnought? I'm also shocked to see no Tank Busters. I mean, look, if this Dreadnought goes away, if it's killed, then there is nothing to contest Tex's army. CSM get wiped by the Sluggers. This is the problem. The individual Chaos units now just get wrecked by these upgraded Sluggers and Storm Boys, especially now that they're getting level ups. Use your choppers. It's going to go down along with Ard Boys on the Storm Boys. But the Plague Marines just getting the garrison, and oh my god, they're still shooting the Death Dread. That is a dead Death Dread. Yeah, this was... oh, man. Tex is dealing with some... he's just taking some questionable engagements. I don't understand, really. Like, why did those Storm Boys just jump forward? I don't understand. And they just get wrecked by the Chaos Lord, the Dreadnought, and the Ticks. So strange. It's a great push from Tex. It really gets him a lot of VPs. But he's just thrown away his most powerful assets. Level 3 Storm Boys down the drain. He's lost his Death Dread, which... look, man. Once the Dreadnought's dead, there's only Plague Marines that can kill that Death Dread. And you just tie them up with one of the 3 melee units he had, plus the Warboss. I think his composition was bloody brilliant. You see that stomp coming down from the Warboss again on the Chaos Lord, but it still doesn't knock him away even if it stuns him, so it doesn't really do anything to prevent the decap. So Cry is slowly getting the VP situation back under control. Ooh, beamy Death Gun. Okay, Cry is away, he sees that very quickly, pulls back out, that's good. That could have been dangerous. Havoc's just sidecapping. I mean, they've done well to be fair, nearly 2.5. Yeah, this Bang Bang Hammer's so weird. The Warboss could have just killed the fucking Dreadnought with a Power Claw by now. So, we got Busters, Beamy Looters. Just casual tank buster things, wiping out a generator with their ability instantly. That's what they do. I mean, that's a lot of AV. If, again, no, I'm repeating myself, but can you imagine if he had a Power Claw, the Beamy and the tank busters, given that Cry is opting for the double dreads? Ah, that'd be so strong. The double dreads right now could be pretty damn powerful. It's a shame really Cry doesn't have any Raptors. They'd be great right now to deal with these tank busters. But of course the Chaos Lord can just run in and do some work. He's got his Icon of Corn now, so heals 2% of his max HP every time he hits. Grots doing their best, shooting away. Obviously some very wealthy Grots to be given shooters. Look at that, they actually take him out. Can you believe it? Go on, Grots. But the Heretics moving in here, they're going to force all these ranged orcs off. And here is the second Dreadnought. What happened with the first one? Okay, I missed that. It got super low. But it did manage to get out. Problem for Cry is he's only got the one Heretic right now to repair. They're busy capping, so they're pretty damn busy, actually. It's going to be very difficult to repair in time. Dreadnought needs to get out. What is he doing? 23 HP, that is not good. Even the Bang Bang Hammer, even though that's normal melee, it's not even power melee. So I think that's only 5% of its damage it does to vehicles, whereas heavy melee is 50% and power melee is 15%, if I recall correctly. Even that is enough to kill this Dreadnought. It is so low on HP right now. Nob Squad is the choice for Tex. I mean, Cry did put on some pressure while Tex was doing that tier 3 tech, but honestly, not a lot of pressure from Cry. We're going to need to see some Khorne Dreadnoughts. Maybe even literally 2 Khorne Dreadnoughts to deal with these knobs. Oh, that's interesting. Malignant Blindness goes down. And you see the passive ability of the Plague Marines there, saving them from the retreat wipe. So Plague Marines have a passive ability where they... Oh wow, Bloodlust? Really? What's going on? I don't know. I don't know why you just activated Bloodlust. But, oh, Havocs get wiped out by flanking Slugger Boys. Knobs are on the Dreadnought over here, which is really bad for Cry. And these AC ticks are going to get forced off. I don't think the Knobs are going to be able to kill this Dreadnought. But the Sluggers should just stop chasing it and cap the VP. This is a VP game now. I don't know why they're not. Bang Bang Hammer Warboss. Imagine if he was Power Claw. Back to the Plague Marines, they have a passive ability where nearby melee troops are unable to activate their melee charge. It will often save them when they're being chased in retreat by melee. Plague Marines need to be tying up the tank busters. I don't know what they're doing. Too late, and that is a dead Dreadnought, and that is a dead Dreadnought, and that is basically Cry being fucked, as far as I can see. I have no idea how he could win this now. It is going to very soon be a triple cap in favour of Tex. Tex has 74 VPs, Cry has 120, but he's losing them so quickly. And he is so short on units. Look at the size of that blade on that Slugger. What a crazy skin. That is terrifying. Can you imagine that fucker running at you? I mean, how big is that blade? That is an orc knob. They're like fucking 9 foot tall. That blade's probably 6 foot long. No, maybe not that much. 4 or 5 foot blade. Look at the damage on the fucking Grots, man. Kind of melting the Plague Marines, literally. They're not even kind of. They are absolutely melting them. Okay, that damage is kind of ridiculous. Dude. The Grots. Yeah, you can't just sit there and cap. These Grots are gonna fucking kill you, man. These are like flash Grots. You know, instead of flash gits, because they got the big teeth. But crazy guns, man. They're doing silly DPS. Honestly, I think that DPS is a bit ridiculous. That definitely is more DPS than fucking shooter boys. There's no doubt about it, which is silly. Cry is hanging in there. I mean, he's gonna have a triple cap, like... Well, he's not. He's gonna have a 2-0 cap. Yeah, the Havocs are fucked, because even if they go in the garrison, the sluggers are burners, so they just use burned out. And this is where Cyborg Implant Stomp, with its big stun, could be very, very useful. Stun that Chaos Lord, stun the Bloodletters. Get your melee supremacy, orcs. And I'm sure the Bang Bang Hammer buffs will not be hurting the knobs here either. They're really trying to focus down the Chaos Lord, which they do succeed at. And now we can see the Bloodletters melting to the Flash Grots. Sluggers are finally capping. Did they wipe the Havocs? They didn't, but... Yeah, I mean, Cry is so low in units right now. Everything is like one model. Yeah, this is over. Really unlucky actually for Cry. Look at that, he's going down to 19 VPs. Really kept the pressure on. Painboy coming out now for techs. Presumably to support the knobs. Look at them here. You see they've got like 40% of max HP. Full models. Going to be very nice to get the Painboy to heal them up. Just keep them active. Keep them on the field fighting. And with purpose. VPs are draining for Cry. He doesn't have a lot of time. He doesn't have a lot of units. I don't think he can do this. But I mean the VPs are super low. Honestly, Tech's just stop fannying about with the Rex on the far side here and just get the sluggers into the fight. Look at the DPS on the Flash Grots, man. Oh my god. They got some sparky shit in them guns. Like, wow. Send them fuckers forward and melt those heretics. Damn. Yeah, the Havocs over here can't finish the cap. Yeah, no time left for Cry, that's it. A valiant effort, to be fair. A valiant effort. I do like the double autocannon dread play. Kind of caught with his pants down when he seen the Knob Squad it appeared. You know, if Cry was able to get double corn dreads, I think he definitely could have won that. Probably would, given the VP situation, but obviously he mustn't have expected Tex to be tier 3 because that Dreadnought was like all the way down here when he used that Malignant Blindness. Perhaps that's why he used it. I was watching this engagement here. Used a Blindness and then a Bloodlust. Might have been to save this Dread, but it didn't work. And the Havocs got wiped, then the Dread got pushed back and got super low. And he just lost so much momentum, and he was never able to get the Corn Dreads, and I think that screwed him. Pretty weird game. Pretty sloppy game, actually, from both players, given the caliber of these players. Very nice showcasing, though, of the ammo runts. They should be runts with a T, right? Like the run of a litter, not ammo runs, I think. No, I don't fucking know. Anyway, these guys are fucking insane. Not gonna lie. Wait, so they do 10 DPS piercing, the 6 of them in a squad. What? Oh my god! 60 DPS on this squad! That's like Tactical Marines with their Sergeant DPS. Oh my god! I did not realise they were that good. That's a showcase. Top it out.